I'm Josh with Waupaca Community Media, and we're back for our update with Aaron Jensen from the city of Waupaca and Ron Sari from the school district of Waupaca. Hello, guys.
Hey,
Hey,
Josh.
Josh.
And first thing we're going to talk about is something people are seeing in the newspaper that week. And there's an article about the Chain Exploration Center. We want to learn a little more details about that. But before we dig into the article, Ron, give us a refresher. What is the Chain Exploration Center for someone who may not know or know details about it?
Yeah, the Chain Exploration Center, we call it the CEC, Chain Exploration Center. That's our charter school, and it is a 4K through 8th grade school, and it's operated by the Governance Council. The Governance Council is a separate entity. They have their 501c3 nonprofit status, and they're partnered with the school district. The school district is the authorizer, and the district authorized this charter to take place in one of our buildings. We pay for the teachers. There are teachers. We pay the bills, everything. The curriculum is their independence, so to speak. And it is a project-based school. So the teachers teach through projects, and it's very successful. It's been doing a very good job. There's 10 teachers out there and about 130 approximately students, and they excel. They're doing wonderful things.
So is it fair to sum it up that's an alternate way of learning?
It is. It's an alternative way, and our hope is that we learn from this, and maybe some of the things that make this school successful are things that we can incorporate throughout the entire district. So we're very proud of it. This is not going to go away. I know there's some rumors out there that people are saying, like, they're afraid the charter school is going to close. This school is not going to close. We're committed to it. We just passed a referendum. We're going to be remodeling the entrance area for safety. So all of that is information that isn't accurate, and just want to get that out there.
And so the CEC's about 5 years old, is that correct?
Yes, it's well, the school has been there for a long time. I think we purchased it. I don't even remember when the school district purchased it. It could have been the 60s or 70s. It used to be some kind of a seminary, is my understanding. And so it's been a kind of a country school up until, I think, last year it finally lost the elementary school piece. For a while when the charter began, it was partly elementary school and partly a charter. And now it's expanded all the way through 8th grade, and it's only a charter school now. And you're right, the 5 years is, when this was created 5 years ago, I wasn't here then. We have new board members that weren't there then, other administration. It was a 5-year contract. And so now that contract is up. And so that, I think the article, I haven't seen all of it, but it sounds like that article was talking about the renewing of our contract, and that's what we're going to work on.
And you just hit a point that, you're new since this started. A lot of the school board has turned over, a lot of the admin staff has turned over. So kind of my takeaway from it is it's new people that need to give this a fresh look and review to get it all up to date.
That's part of it. Yeah, I think that's accurate. That's fair to say. I also know that from the district standpoint, we believe that there's some things in the contract that we would like to see changed or added or taken out. And I think it's fair to say the Governance Council probably feels similar, that there's things that they may want differently. And just like any kind of contract, you got to talk about those and sit at the table and go through the rationale. And people are going to have to make some compromises so that it's a win-win, and we can have a mutually agreeable contract. That's the only fair and right thing to do.
Well, we'll keep moving along here. More business. It's winter. That means people need to shovel their sidewalks, and it doesn't matter if it's a trace of snow or a foot of snow. It's important to keep those clear over the winter, Aaron.
Yeah. So and it's cold right now.
Very
So
cold.
if anyone didn't get their sidewalk shoveled right away and it's probably frozen right now. So we talked, our public works crews, I know, took that into consideration, and our code enforcement. And we're going to maybe go out this week and try to get some of those cleared that haven't been cleared. But in all fairness to everyone, give it till the weekend. It's supposed to warm up over the weekend. Hopefully everyone can get out. If you haven't gotten your sidewalk shoveled, get it done this weekend, because our crews will be out early next week, Monday, potentially Tuesday. Just making sure everyone can get around the city. And again, there is a penalty, or there is a fine that comes with that. If our city crews have to do it, the owner of that property will be sent a fine. So just make sure that you get out there. If you can't do it, arrange for someone else to take care of it before next Monday.
Very good. We've got some things to talk about at the school, and one of them is some of your students are getting far ahead on, I guess, maybe some advanced certifications and some software that typically you might not get till you get to the higher education level.
That's exactly right. I was informed this week and then met with these students at our high school. There's 7 students that recently scored proficient in what's called the Certiport AutoCAD. What that is, it's an engineering design software. So these students have been taking lessons and classes on this through Fox Valley Tech College. I think there were 20 kids in the class. 7 of them passed. 2 of them are sophomores. 2 of them are juniors, and 3 of them are seniors. And a lot of them want to get into engineering, mechanical or aerospace engineering. Not all of them, but it's part of that career pathway approach where students are experimenting with different classes and topics. This was a dual credit course, so they have that tech college credit for it with these certificates. We're proud of them. We're excited for them. Exploring if they like engineering and learning this software. So yeah, Blake Schonecker, Cole Starry, Elliot Batten, Connor Jones, Caleb Lancourt, Devin Minton, and Acadia LaBeouf are the students who did this. So we're pretty excited about it.
Pretty cool opportunity to get something like that done while you're in high school.
It is. It is that, and that's our goal as a school district. When kids graduate, that they also have, whether it be certification or credits or even a degree, in some cases, from a tech school or a 4-year institution.
Definitely puts their foot ahead of others looking for employment or other opportunities once they hit graduation. The other thing we want to talk a little bit about is computers and artificial intelligence. They're getting smarter and smarter, and potentially could be misused in certain ways. We want to highlight that to make people aware.
Yeah, that's true. And there's a variety of programs out there. One is Chat GPT, artificial intelligence, and another is, I think it's Tiny Wow. There's a whole bunch, and teachers are seeing this. Students are seeing this. It's free artificial intelligence where you type in a topic, and it'll put out an essay for a person. And I guess the reason that this come about was to help increase efficiency, in the workforce and in people's lives. But obviously, some people, there's other consequences too, where you could use it to plagiarize a paper, for instance. And it's something that, in this case, with this Chat GPT, if it's run through a plagiarism software, it doesn't show up. It's that general. And but of course, there's ways that teachers can see through this, knowing their students and the quality of work that they put out. And all of a sudden, a student that puts out a certain grade of work and then comes back with a higher quality with terminology that they probably wouldn't be aware using, a teacher would be able to identify, if it was used. Another way that as a school district we would like to look at it from is as a teaching instrument, where you write your paper and then it gets run through this artificial intelligence, and it'll show a comparison of how it could be done better, for instance. So we're looking at it as an opportunity for teaching moments, and that's how we're going to focus on it in the future here.
For the interview, you were telling us about this, and I was just playing around. It's certainly a neat tool if it's used appropriately.
Yeah, if it's used appropriately.
I'm not sure I could make it do my job for me, but so yeah, just some awareness, something else out there could be used helpfully, but we don't want people using it get ahead inappropriately either.
No, and you want to work on your own merits, right? So, and hopefully that's something that we're able to get across to our kids if they were tempted to try to use it in claim that they wrote it. So that's another thing that we work on.
And then we're going to jump over to Aaron. There's a couple events coming up. The first is a hike event this Sunday, I believe.
Yeah, our Park and Rec department's been working hard to give people opportunities to get outside. Now we're kind of in that long stretch of winter, especially this week when it's negative degrees, negative temperatures. This weekend, though, it's supposed to be nice. I think it's supposed to be in the 30s Saturday, Sunday. So warming up, and our Park and Rec department hit it perfect for the date. They've got a, what are they calling it? The full moon hike. And that is out by Shambo Park, which is kind of the northeast part of town. If you know where the historic train depot is, or that will be open. It'll be a little bit of a partnership with the Historical Society, who's going to help by serving some warm drinks and such, non-alcoholic, of course, family event. And then there's a couple different loops you can take. One is right in Shambo Park, which is a really neat, underrated area. If you haven't seen that, it's one of our neater parks, kind of around a quarry. It kind of feels like you're in the middle of nowhere. And then there's a longer loop there's a part segment of the River Ridge Trail that goes up by Gusmer Enterprises and around that. So encourage anyone to get out there. I think it's from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Sunday, February 5th.
And then the third annual winter medallion hunt is coming up.
Yes, yeah. So they're also doing the medallion hunt. This is also organized by our Park and Rec department. And this is interesting. They have clues that are released at 8 a.m. every Monday and Thursday, starting February 6th. And those clues are released on the Lakes 92.7, Waupaca Radio 96.3, and then also the City of Waupaca Parks and Recreation Facebook page. And then when those get released, it kind of will give people that are participating information on where these medallions can be found somewhere in the city of Waupaca. So another fun thing to get out and about in the winter months.
Very cool. Well, Aaron, Ron, appreciate the time to get Waupaca up to date with what's going on, and we will talk again soon.
Thanks, Josh.